Mustang lovers are among the most rabid and devout Ford fanatics there are. And when you count Jack Roush and Carol Shelby among your friends, you know the collection is hot. Buckle up. It's time for some horsepower. It's time for a journey around America in search of the hidden gems, rare finds, and unbelievable collections in the garages of the country's auto enthusiasts. Each week, Mike Phillips will lead us through the amazing, fascinating, and entertaining backstories that make up What's in the Garage, presented by AutoGeek.net. Today, Mike is in beautiful Jupiter, Florida, at the garage of entrepreneur Jack Miller.
Mike Phillips here with AutoGeek's What's in the Garage, and today I'm in Jupiter, Florida, and I hear behind these doors are a couple of really nice Mustangs. So let's knock on the door and see what's in the garage.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Mike Phillips. I'm with AutoGeek's What's in the Garage.
Oh, hey, Mike. Jack Miller. Come on in.
I hear you got a couple nice Mustangs in here.
We got a few.
Let's check it out.
Okay.
Well, I'd say not only do you have a couple, you've got an actual stampede in here.
Yeah, I guess there's about 50 nice Mustangs in here, a few ponies.
Well, these are beautiful. I can't believe I've never seen so many Mustangs in one place.
Well, welcome. How about we take a little tour?
Let's take a tour. Do you mind if I take a couple pictures while I'm here?
Sure, go ahead.
Let's do it. Well, besides all these Mustangs, look at the Sunoco gas station you got here. What's the story?
Yeah, Mike, that's where we started in 1960, about 50 years ago. Right after I got married, I opened this little Sunoco station up in a little town outside of Philadelphia, Andalusia. And by the way, while we're here, we're passing by, we got a nice Shelby 2011 350. And it was especially made for me. It's serial number 350. And we're real proud of that car. But come on over and we'll show you a few things in the Sunoco station here.
I see the sign there by Carol Shelby right there on the side.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the gas station where it all started.
This is where it all started. I think if you look at the gas pumps, gas was about $28.9. Today's price, I think, on the pump's $3.20. Was I correct? $28.9?
Yeah, you're right. It's 32 cents a gallon, 34 cents a gallon, 36 cents a gallon. Premium, 38 cents a gallon.
That's when Sunoco had the blends from 190 up to 260.
Wow.
And back in the day, the guys used to come in on Sunday, go into the drag strip, and we pushed a button and turn it up to 280 for them and give them a little more juice when they were going to the drag strip.
Wow. Well, that's really interesting. Hey, maybe I can top my car before I leave today.
In here, we got a few pieces, you know, that I'm proud of that we put in here. There's a cigarette machine here from the 1920s, and it's got the old packs of cigarettes in there, 15 cents.
Well, I see you got a couple of Corvettes here amongst all these Mustangs. What's the story with this? They don't really seem to fit in.
No, but we collected them a little bit, but as you notice, there's Jack working on one of them. They're in the repair shop. The Mustangs, we don't have to take care of them and fix them. We just got to wash them.
Hey, I'm a Chevy guy.
Yeah, but we got a few nice pieces here that I ran across. The story about this one goes with the gas station. When I had the gas station, the kid worked part-time for me, and he had a 54 Corvette. And so I saw this at an auction and bought it. And then we come past this nice 59 up. I buy things sometimes because I'm a number guy, a numerologist.
Sure.
And I was married in 59, graduated high school in 59, so that's one of the best 59 Corvettes around, restorations. We got a GT40 over here, a 205, and we just love it. I had one of my high school friends, Charlie, took him for a little ride one day, and he said he never went so fast. And, Charlie scares some people once in a while when he takes them for a ride. You know, they got to put their buckles on.
Charlie's your curator?
Yes.
So he's in charge of this baby and all these, pampering them.
Charlie takes care of all the cars, cleans them, washes them.
And gets to drive them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what do we have right here? This is a classic Ford.
Yeah, I think that's a 56.
It's a Sunliner, isn't it?
No, 56 Fairlane Sunliner convertible.
Wow. This is absolutely beautiful. What I really like here is you've got the old drive-in style speaker stand with the speaker actually in there as though they're in the drive-in.
Yeah, that brings back memories.
Yeah.
That's where we used to go when we were kids. And the drive-in.
Stainless steel trim is just immaculate. The paint's immaculate. It's a convertible.
You got a 57 here right behind it.
We're going to take a break right now, but we'll be right back to check out more of Jack's cars. Welcome back. We're here at Miller's Mustang Barn, checking out a few of Jack Miller's special Mustangs. Jack, can you tell me about this car right here? It's just this amazing red color.
Yeah, that Steve Saline did that. That's a $20,000 paint job on there. And his wife, Liz, that's the lipstick she wore. And they named it after her, L-I-Z, Liz Stick Red. And they did a beautiful paint job on that.
Oh, that's funny. Instead of lipstick, it's Liz Stick.
Liz Stick, that's
I see
correct.
It's been signed up here.
Yeah, there's a few signatures on there.
I see John Force, and it looks like his daughter, Ashley Force.
That's correct.
Wow, that makes it special.
And this is the first Saline that was painted this color, by the way, too. This is car number 40, but this is the first Saline that was painted with this lipstick red color.
Now, I see you've got another one the same color right over here. What's the story behind that?
Same thing, that's the coupe.
Okay.
That's the coupe. They did a coupe the same color. I got both of them.
So you got a set of matching twins here.
Yes, sir.
Wow, man, they really stand out. What is on the other side?
Well, we have another Saline over there, Mike, and that's a grabber green. That car was all black, and they took the engine out, took everything out of it, and painted it grabber green. And we're real proud of this car in our collection.
Incredible. So they completely stripped off all the black paint and then repainted it.
Yes, sir.
This is beautiful. Hey, Jack, what's the story with this beautiful blue convertible Mustang?
Well, you heard of the movie Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, sure.
And this is an Eleanor. It wasn't the one in the movie, but it's a convertible. As you know, in the movie, there was a coupe.
Yes.
And this is a convertible that, it's one of my favorites. You know, they're all my favorite, but this is one of them.
Wow, this thing's just beautiful. I hear this one sounds really good.
Yeah, it's probably the loudest car we have with the side exhausts.
Well, that's beautiful. What do we have over here?
Oh, we got a 1967 GTA convertible. The GTA Gran Turismo automatic with a 390 engine in it.
Wow, this has got a big block in it?
Yes, sir.
Look how it's just completely stuffed in there. There's just barely enough room to get this engine in there.
Yeah, that's one of a kind.
So 390, and then this was the first year that they put the 390 with an automatic behind it.
That's correct.
So it's very rare?
Yes, sir.
Incredibly rare.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, there's only one. This is it. Yeah, right behind here we got a 69 Shelby GT 500. And if you look at this, it's probably one of the best restorations you've seen. And we're real proud of this car.
This is all original?
Yes, all original, redone, all restored.
Now, how many of these do you think there are?
I don't know how many of these are left, but this is one of a kind also.
Mm-hmm. Another Shelby.
Oh, yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is a 67 Shelby GT 350 convertible, all restored to original condition.
This thing looks like it just rolled off the showroom floor.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's one of my favorites. You know, they're all my favorites, but this is a special car here.
This is absolutely stunning.
We have a lot of new Mustangs, but we got that are special number ones, but this is one of our special cars.
Okay. Well, let's keep walking around. Check out, show us some of the ones that kind of stand out, or maybe people have never seen before.
Well, we can go down to these dark horses.
Dark horse?
Yeah, there's two dark horses. These are two cars that Saline, the last two cars he actually did. There's 25 of these cars, and there's a story going back to the beginning, 25 years ago when Saline started. His wife, Liz, was doing the VIN numbers, the first set of things, and she forgot number 6 VIN number when they do a series of 25 or 50, and so the last 25 years they left the number 6 out. They never had a number 6 car. Well, this is the number 1, and this is the number 6. And that's the only 6 car they ever did.
Wow, that's a great story.
And that's Dark Horse convertible.
So the only number 6 car Saline ever built, you own it.
That's what I'm told.
Wow, that's incredible. Hey, we're gonna take another break, then we're gonna be right back and check out some more of these awesome Mustangs here in Jack's collection.
What's in the Garage, presented by AutoGeek.net, is being brought to you by Flex Polishers, a true direct drive orbital polisher, available at AutoGeek.net. And by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. And by Pinnacle, science and nature in harmony, available at AutoGeek.net.
Welcome back. Now, Jack, you told me you started out in the gas station business, but we come over here, I see there's a couple of Mustangs painted on this mural on the wall with McDonalds Beef and Ale. What's the story behind this?
Well, in 1970, my wife and I went down and looked at this this little bar on the corner here that John McNally was his 7th place, and he didn't want to open it up. He wanted to move to Florida. So we didn't know nothing about the restaurant business, but we took a shot at it, and that got us started. And now we have 56 Ale House restaurants all over the country, in New York, Las Vegas, Chicago, Philadelphia. But that's where we started, with a little corner saloon.
So this is like a representation of your first restaurant.
That's the first one, 1970.
Incredible.
Little corner bar, about 1,500 square feet. And beers were 20 cents, shots were 50 cents. A keg was $9.50 back then. Today, in Vegas, we're paying $88. But, it all
little bit of
goes the
inflation.
same. Yeah. And there's a cellar gate there, as you can see.
Yeah.
And that's where the beer went down. It was a 2-man job. The beer truck pulled up. He had to have a guy downstairs and one upstairs sliding the kegs and the beer downstairs. And the side door, we used to bet, who was coming in that side door next and what time the trolley stopped outside where the Mustangs are. So we had to throw them Mustangs in just for, because we got a Mustang barn here.
So these doors here, they would open up like that.
That's correct.
And then you take the beer down below.
Yeah, they have put a board there for the cases, and he slid them down to the guy so they didn't break, and the barrels rolled down on the ropes. Had 2 ropes, and the barrels went down right in the basement, and there was a big mat down there that they could bounce on and didn't break the concrete up.
Oh, interesting. And then, of course, the P-51 Mustang up there?
Yeah.
You mentioned that. Now, what does that have to do with the mural here?
Well, just had a few planes, as you can see down there, over the skylight in Philadelphia. We got a few P-51s, too, because we have 3 P-51 of Jack Roush's cars in here.
Well, let's take a look at them.
That we'll go look at.
Okay.
There's one special one over here.
So you've got 3 P-51 Mustangs here. You've got to tell me the story about these.
Well, this car here is a special car for us. Jack Roush made 151 of these in 2008, and this is number 1. And he also signed the roof here, as you can see. And behind it, in 2009, he made 51 P-51s. And that is the number 1 and the number 51. So they're very special cars to us. And Mr. Roush is a good friend of ours.
Well, that's just amazing that he signed the roof of this one right here.
Yes. Hopefully he comes down here during the Daytona and signs the rest of them for me.
He'll be here all day.
And if you want, we could go to the firehouse.
Let's check out the firehouse.
Yeah, my father, he was a Philadelphia fireman for 30 years. And one day a fellow come into my office, and he was down at Palm Beach Post, and they told him I was a good guy, did a lot of charity work, and he said he had this fire engine. So we looked at it, and I wound up buying it. And we called it the Ale House Fire Department, Engine 126. My father was stationed downtown Philadelphia for 17 years in Engine 26, and they became my favorite numbers. I could tell you some stories about 126. Florida has a lottery.
Yes.
So I play that every day, and I've hit it a few times. But this was dedicated to my dad and my uncle. As you see, his name's on the hood here. Yeah. He passed away a few years ago, but he had a good life, 94 years, and one of my favorite pieces ever.
Well, this is absolutely beautiful, old classic Chevrolet fire truck. But I gotta tell you, right next to it is this amazing blue Mustang. What's the story behind this?
Yeah, well, that probably is the fastest Mustang in here. It's a grabber blue, and it's called the Super Snake by Carroll Shelby. And he built this out of his museum in Las Vegas. And we were fortunate enough to get this car, and it's fast. Very fast car.
Yeah, I like the emblem down here. It's got the Cobra on it. It says right there, Shelby GT500 Super Snake.
Super Snake it is.
Wow, this is a beauty. So this is the fastest Mustang you have in your collection?
Yes.
Well, this one looks kind of stealthy. It's got the elevated wing back there. What's the story behind this Mustang?
Well, this is a track pack, and it's a #1 also, and it's ready for the track. That's why they named it Track Pack. It looks like it, don't it?
Oh, this thing, it looks like it's ready to race. Ready to tear it up.
Another #1 car of Roush's. And down here, I think we're going to go down and see this 428R of Jack Roush's convertible.
Well, I love the way this looks, this black with the bold red stripes. What's the story with this?
This is a 428R Roush car, convertible, and the only one made.
The only one?
The only one made, and we have it.
Incredible. Hey, we're gonna take another break. When we come back, we're gonna check out what's called the Blackjack. Welcome back to Auto Geeks What's in the Garage. Now let's check out another one of Jack's very unique and special cars. Tell us about this one, Jack.
This is a 2008 428R convertible, and another special thing about this, it's the only automatic alive.
Wow. So it's another one-only car.
Yeah, one off. Yep.
Incredible. It's beautiful, too. Hey, I was, while we're walking around, I noticed there's something unique upstairs. Can we take a look up there?
Sure, let's go up.
Okay.
What's in the Garage, presented by AutoGeek.net, is being brought to you by Pinnacle, Science and Nature in Harmony, available at AutoGeek.net, and by Wolfgang, for long-lasting protection and a crystal shine, available at AutoGeek.net, and by Bars Leaks, permanently fixes cooling system leaks.
We got a couple little things there. Mr. DiMaggio, batting right-handed like he always did, and we put Mickey over here. He was a great switch hitter, so he's batting left-handed.
Mickey Mantle. Wonder how many people have walked through these.
And over here you got A-Rod's Clubhouse seat, signed by Alex Rodriguez. And you get down here, we got a little game, you know, a little pool. Red Sox are playing the Yankees. If you see the balls there, it's a little contest again.
Well, what's nice about this is the play pool here, and you got all these beautiful Mustangs to look at down below.
Yeah. You got this beautiful bar, well stocked, and little shuffleboard. We played a lot of shuffleboard where I come from in Philadelphia.
It's time for Show Car Garage. Tips on detailing your car to bring out the beauty that will make it show-worthy. Brought to you by AutoGeek.net. We are Car Care.
Hey, I want to show you a really cool tool from Flex Tools. This is called the Flex 3401 Forced Rotation Dual Action Polisher. Now, it's dual action because not only does it rotate in a circle, it also oscillates little circles inside that larger circle. And what this does is it gives you plenty of power to remove swirls, but you won't put swirls in and you won't burn through the paint. But just watch this action. Okay, the tool itself is really lightweight. It has a 10-amp motor, so it has plenty of power. It has a forward bell handle, and this allows you to easily control this tool and apply pressure right down over the top of the buffing pad just where you want it. It's variable speed. Okay, so it goes from 1 to 6, so you can pick the speed, a low speed for polishing, higher speeds for removing swirls. It's got a trigger lock on it, so after you pull the trigger into the speed you want, you can just take and lock that button in place, and then you don't got to hold the trigger in the whole time you're buffing out the car. Now, I'm going to show you how to use this. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to another one. Now, they just recently introduced 2 different size backing plates. They got a 5.5 and a 4 3/4. And this allows you to pick and choose the size of a buffing pad you want for perhaps the panels you're buffing out. A lot of cars have a big flat panel. Sometimes you got a long, thin, narrow panel. You want to change pads out, so you need a different size backing plate. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and this is a 1972 Challenger. It's completely swirled out, and I just want to show you how easy it is to use this tool to remove swirls. First, I'm going to take and lay a tape line down here. And that way, I'll buff on just one side of it, and when I pull the tape off, we can check out the before and after difference. Now I'm going to take a swirl mark remover, and when you use tools like this, you actually, instead of putting a strip of product right down on the paint, You actually want to take and put it right onto the face of the pad. Then take your finger and just spread this out a little bit. Put it into the pad. Just like that. And what this does is it makes sure 100% of the face of the pad goes to work for you as soon as you turn the switch on. Now I'm going to put this on the 4 setting. Put the cord over my shoulder. And then don't turn it on until it's in contact with the paint. Then turn it on and then start making overlapping passes. Don't lift it off until the pad stops rotating, or you'll throw splatter everywhere. Now, since this is a swirl mark remover, I don't need to let it dry, so I'm just going to come down here and wipe this product off. Then we'll pull the tape line off. We'll bring the cameras down, and I'll show you just how fast and effectively the Flex 3401 removes swirls. Well, Jack, this is absolutely beautiful. It's an old malt shop, looks like.
Yeah, well, on our menu at the ale house, we have a famous dessert called Captain Jack's, buried treasure. One of our cooks invented in, I think it's back in '93, and we've sold millions and millions of them since. So I built Captain Jack's drive-through ice cream store with a bunch of antiques. There's a penny scale all restored and some blenders from the 50s. And we have ice cream sodas and milkshakes we make the folks when they come up.
Well, Jack, thank you for sharing your magnificent Mustang collection with us. Just real quick question, are any of these cars for sale?
Like anything's for sale, they're all for sale at the right price. Money never sleeps.
Hey, thank you for joining us on this week's edition of Auto Geeks What's in the Garage. Be sure to tune in next week as we check out someone else's car collection in their garage.